Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Kate and I love all things makeup, skincare, beauty, and fun. Today we're going to be doing a full face of my drugstore must-haves for summer. If you are interested in this type of content, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Would love it so much if you would subscribe to my channel down below. And without any further ado, let's go. Okay, so as I mentioned in the intro, today we're going to be doing a full face of my summer drugstore must-haves. We're going to do a get ready with me. We're going to, of course, start with our eyebrows. And I have two different products that we're going to be using today. The first one is by e.l.f. and it's their Instant Lift Brow Pencil. And we're going to just roughly fill in our brows. I'll be honest, in the summertime, intricate makeup is less something that's on my mind. And so products that are just kind of more easy, one and done type of things are much more the vibe in my life come summertime, especially because I work in residential care, healthcare. And so the reality of the situation is I'm gonna likely sweat off most of my makeup. And so two products like these, the Instant Brow Lift Pencil by e.l.f. and then the Make Me Brow by Essence are just very that. They're very one and done, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, kind of minimal effort. I typically like to do my brows first because I find that if I put my primer on, some pencils, specifically this e.l.f. pencil, can have a harder time like maneuvering on my brows if I have my primers on. So personally, that's why I do my brows first. But now we are indeed going to go in with primers. We're going to go in with two. Both are from e.l.f. The first one is going to be their matte putty primer. I love their original version, but the summertime with my combo skin, the matte is really much more helpful in the way that it's going to blur my skin but also mattify my skin. Again, I have combination skin, and so I have the worst of both worlds, where especially in the winter is like the worst, because my skin out here gets super dry, whereas this remains like fairly oily. In the winter the oil is like a little bit more under control, but summer in New England is every man for themselves. Every man for themselves. You never know if it's going to be 75 and beautiful or 90 and you're literally melting half to death. So I like to put some kind of mattifying product right in the center of my face, and that's where this one comes in. And then I do not have the new gripping primer by e.l.f., but I do have this one. It's their Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer, and I've heard through the grapevine that they're quite similar. And I think for me and my skin and the way that my skin reacts to heat, especially my face, having something that's going to allow my foundation and my base to really stick on there and not go anywhere is very important. For concealer, I love this one by NYX. This is their Bear With Me Concealer Serum. So serum led me to initially believe that it was going to be a really thin veil of product. And while it's not a thick, goopy mess, it's also not like the most minimal coverage. I find that it provides medium coverage on my skin, and that's really, especially in summer, what I'm looking for, because I like if I'm doing a full beat, which is what we're going to do today, I like them to be medium coverage, because the reality is like I usually have a little bit more of a tan, whether it's self-tan or regular tan. I want that to show through. So this does a nice job of providing medium coverage to cover up my dark circles and bags, but also allows some of my natural skin to show through. So I'm happy about that. For foundation, we're going to go in with this one. I truly don't understand how this doesn't get more hype than it does. This is, of course, by Neutrogena, and it is their matte CC cream. It does have niacinamide in it. This one is in the shade Shell 1.0. I also have my summer shade in this one, but because I enjoy this product so much, I did buy it in my winter shade. Right now I don't have enough color to my face to wear my summer shade So we're going to go in with my winter shade for now, but trust that come, you know, next month, July, August, September, I'm going to be constantly reaching in for my darker shade. This is just such a beautiful product. It is medium to full coverage, so if you're somebody that likes more sheer coverage, this probably isn't for you. Certainly you could use less than I did and sheer it out. I find that it's both buildable and able to be sheared out a bit, and that's what I love about this product, is that there's some days when I really want, even if it's summer, to like have a full glam day, just because the art of doing full glam is like my favorite thing in the world. So this product just really meets me there. It just really meets me where I need it to meet me. We are going to go in with cream bronzer today. I'm going to use this one by e.l.f. This is their putty bronzer, and mine is in the shade Tan Lines. I will say my only gripe with this, and I've said it before, is like how small the pot is, because I have to have like a very specific brush to get it in there. This one is by Real Techniques. It's their RT200. I like to use a more dense brush with this product to be able to kind of get it out of the pot and get it moving. What are you guys most looking forward to for summer? And how do you feel about summer where you live? I live in New England, and summer is my absolute favorite in New England. There's nothing like it. There's definitely days where it gets a little bananas as far as the heat goes. However, I am somebody that probably doesn't belong in New England in the way that like I love the heat, and I significantly prefer heat over cold. And unfortunately in New England, I feel like, and maybe it's just because I dislike the cold so much, but I feel like it's so darn cold here, so much more than it is hot, which is not my favorite. For cream blush, we're also going to go in with this one by e.l.f. This is their Luminous Putty Blush. I have the shade Isla de Sol. They do have a non-luminous version as well. However, I much prefer the luminous. I love a lumi cheek. I do, of course, have texture on my cheeks, but I feel like if it's done right, you don't necessarily have to have that like called out. There's certainly some products that I love that don't do a great job of like camouflaging my texture. However, I just love a shine. I love a shine, especially in the summertime. For powder, I'm going to go in with this one by Pacifica. This is their Cherry Velvet Matte Translucent Setting Powder. This one does a really nice job of, just as it says, mattifying the face. And while I do love that shimmer and that glow, as I literally just mentioned, I also know realistically that, especially in the summer, my face is going to sweat and oils are going to pop through, and I am going to want something that's going to like really set my makeup down. And I do feel like this one does that. I will warn you though, this smells incredibly strong of cherry. If you don't like scents, or if you're really sensitive to them, or if you don't like the smell of cherry, this is not going to be your favorite. The other thing that's like worth noting about this product, and I'm saying all of this as I'm like using it and I'm noting that it's like a go-to product for me, but is that the powder is very loosely milled. And while that seems lovely in theory, in all actuality, it makes nothing short of a giant puffball mess. The component of it is just not, in my humble opinion, ideal for dispensing it, and it kind of goes everywhere. However, if you're looking for something at the drugstore that is going to set your makeup into place, blur some of those areas of your complexion that maybe you're not wanting called out on the floor, and is going to lock your makeup in all day, this is definitely that. So again, this product is a bit of a mess. You can literally see it all over my hand, but if you can get past that, it really does a nice job of just setting the base and having it be more oil controlling, which again, me and my combination skin, we are here for. For powder bronzer, we're going to go in with this one by Physicians Formula. This is their Matte Noir Butter Bronzer. I enjoy this one because there are some days when my skin is not doing what I'm kind of hoping it's going to do. And so while I do, again, love a glow in my bronzers and in my cheek products, there are days that just kind of call for a matte look, you know? And this is just a tried and true. The regular Physicians Formula bronzer is not matte. It has like that really beautiful soft luminosity to it, and I enjoy that one as well. I for some reason don't have it on hand, which is like very bizarre that I don't have it in my collection. I feel like it's kind of a staple at this point. Like, do I even like makeup? You know, who knows? But this one is a tried and true for me. I have the shade, let's see, I have the shade Unsure. I do feel like there's multiple shades in this. That being said though, Physicians Formula is one of those brands that really does not do any kind of a job at like inclusivity as far as their shade ranges go. So that is deplorable. And something they really ought to work on. For powder blush, we're going to go in with this one by Essence. This is their Pure Nude Baked Blush. These came out this year. I have mine in the shade Bold Heart. I enjoy these because they're a super buildable formula. So I feel like if you look at this in the pan, it really looks like it's going to be intimidating. But as you can see, it provides like a bright flush. However, that being said, I do have my cream blush on under this, but it's not stark in the way that it's too much or too loud or overbearing. So I really enjoy these. I'm not sure, I admittedly only have this shade and I enjoy this shade, and I think the reason I enjoy this shade, especially for summer, is that it kind of gives me that like sunburnt look that I just think is very suiting on me. Maybe you disagree. I love it. But I love this one. Again, this is Bold Heart and it's the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush. I'm going to go ahead and set my face, kind of get rid of some of the powderiness to it. To do that, I'm going to go in with this one by Milani, and it's their Make It Last. This one is their cherry scented. As luck would have it, I happen to enjoy cherry scented things. I know that does not reign true for everyone. Certainly their regular Make It Last setting mist does just as good of a job. I find that this one is one of those that really does help to lock in my makeup. This is a cult classic in my opinion for a reason. I really do feel like it's a product that allows our makeup to stay on our face much longer. And again, with combination skin with a super oily T-zone, longevity and products that target longevity and oil control are right up my alley and must-haves for summer specifically. For highlight today, I wanted to go in with these adorable little duos. This is by e.l.f. I have this one in the shade White Peach. I love this peachy tone for the summertime. These are also $3 or $4. And quite honestly, if I didn't want to share with you guys these lovely blushes by Essence, I could have very well just gone in with both of these. Again, one and done is very much the vibe for me for the summertime. But I wanted to give Essence their moment to shine. But I love this because a peach highlight is the moment. For eyeshadow, this has been one of my favorites for years at this point. This is the Good as Gold palette by ColourPop. Somehow, this one has also stood the test of time on their website. I have other, admittedly, ColourPop palettes that I love, and they just don't stand the test of time. I think ColourPop is doing I don't want to say a rebrand, but they're kind of like redirecting and creating some products that are indeed going to be staples. I'm grateful, admittedly, that this one has stood the test of time because it's just such a beautiful golden bronze dream. I love this palette. So we're going to go ahead and create just a neutral golden eye look today. Typically in the summertime, again, I'm really going for one and done, so I am not going to be doing this crazy elaborate look. It's going to be much more simple. Admittedly, also, the ColourPop single Super Shock shadows. I'm also more than content to just throw one of those all over the lid, but where this palette is like just, I want to play with it, it's beautiful, and it stood the test of time, I thought we would give her a moment to shine. We're gonna start with this mustardy yellow shade called Trooper, and we're gonna just pop that in our crease. Answer me this. Do you guys wear makeup to go to the beach? Or to the lake or to the river? I am somebody who cannot fathom doing so, because here's the thing. I don't know about you guys, but I sweat from my face pretty significantly. It's very unfortunate. You know, I wonder what it feels like to be God's favorite, because I have never known as a face sweater, you know, like absolute least favorite on God's list. Good gravy, Marie. But like for me, it just logistically does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. The other thing that doesn't make a lot of sense is that I am somebody that when I'm at the beach or at the lake, I'm not just sitting there or just laying. I love to be in the water. I love to like go under the water, to splish, to splash, to play mermaids. I love all of that. So for me, wearing makeup to the beach makes zero sense. If I'm wearing something, it's going to be a gloss and it's going to be a waterproof mascara, and like that's where it ends. That is where it ends for me. Let me know, do you guys wear makeup to the beach? Because I know there's people that do, and I hopefully am not coming across as judgmental. I just can't, because I know myself and I know like the activities I do at the beach. I know how my skin is, and it's not the move and it's not the vibe for me. Next, I'm going to go into this kind of medium brown chocolatey shade called Bold Rush, and we're going to just kind of stamp that on the outer part of our eye. Again, just kind of making it as effortless as humanly possible. The other thing for me, and this might not reign true for you guys at home, but for me, upstairs in my house, which is where I do my makeup, does not have AC right now. And so when it is hot up here, I'm literally perishing because it's so darn hot. We are going to be getting AC this year up here, so I'm optimistic that that will like help the situation and allow me to be a little bit more creative with my summertime looks. But it's just, for me, it's hard, especially again as somebody who does like sweat from their face. It is tricky for me to want to be in a space where it's not ventilated / cool, because I'm literally melting and it like completely defeats the point of the look, because I've literally melted it all off. Even right now, I'm like starting to get warm, and it doesn't, these lights of course don't help, but that's okay. I'm going to go in with this one right here called Gold Star, and I am going to use just a flat synthetic brush to pop that onto our little lid. For our inner corner, we're going to go in with this really light gold shade. This is called 24K, and we'll just pop that inner corner. For mascara, this is one that I have been using continuously and continue to enjoy. It's by Milani, and this is their highly rated lash extensions tubing mascara. The reason I think for me tubing mascaras in general are going to be the move this summer is that taking them off is, for me, much easier. This one specifically, it's super easy to remove. You get your lashes wet. I have like those reusable makeup wipes. I rub my eyes and I can take the tubing off. Whereas some of my other mascaras smudge, I look like a raccoon. It takes even more effort. You have to get an oil involved. So this one for summer, as far as like ease of use and being able to put it on and take it off, just makes the most sense. That being said, I am on the prowl for a waterproof mascara. I, for some reason, don't have any in my collection. Ideally, I would like to get it from the drugstore because I would like to save my money. So if you guys have a recommendation for a 5-star drugstore waterproof mascara, please comment down below and let me know because I am on the market. For lip liner today, we're going to go in with this one by ColourPop. This is like just a tried and true in the shade BFF. I have the old packaging, so if you are like wondering why maybe my packaging looks different than other folks who might be using a similar or exactly the same product, I just have the older packaging. Finally, for lipstick today, we're going to go in with this one by L'Oreal. This is their Color Riche Shine, and this is in the shade 900 Glossy Fawn. I love these. I love that they give full opacity, but also give that like gloss-like finish without being gloopy at all, which is admittedly one of the reasons that I get kind of spooked magooked by gloss in general, because it can get really gloopy on me, and I hate that feeling. So this is our final look. I am so happy with it. I feel the most beautiful in a full glam beat. However, this is that, but make it easy. Make it more affordable. And I love that. I love both of those aspects. Please let me know down below what your favorite go-to drugstore summer products are and what I might need to investigate further. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It would mean so much to me if you would subscribe to my channel down below. As always, please stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.